Dwayne Cruikshank, the Rockstar Marketer, coming to you live, beautiful Viva Las Vegas, here with my man David Wood. And this man literally, zero to hero overnight. He is truly a rock star at what he does. He is killing it online. This man, I have to be very, very honest with you, has the most incredible, ugly blog that I have ever seen. It gets an insane amount of traffic. He's getting more traffic to his blog than Mike Dillard and Magnetic sponsoring. I mean, and it's a blog site. It's a blog site. What would you say your secret is as far as generating this kind of bank, this kind of traffic?
Yeah, focus on content, because content is king. At the end of the day, like, SEO is pretty cool, you know, you get Google to rank you, but even today Google won't keep ranking you if your content's not good because people won't keep sharing it, right? Okay. Today, what really traffic is all about is social traffic, people talking to people about stuff. You know, I got people in this industry who aren't in my company, who aren't in my team, who aren't in my system, that refer their downline to my blog to get trained because they like my training. So if you focus on creating good quality content, over time it's worth more than 1,000 backlinks, it's worth more than ranking on the first page of Google. Because even now, most of my traffic, 87% of my traffic, comes from social syndication, not from SEO.
Okay.
So create good stuff. And how do you create good stuff? You start with what you know, you learn something, you teach. You learn something, you teach. You learn something, you teach. You learn something from me, then you teach it to your people. You learn something from Cedric Harris, you teach it to your people. You learn something from your old school company, you teach people how to do it, and you create a presence over time by doing that, by being consistent, by just getting yourself out there. You really make a difference over time.
Now I hope you really understand what this man just said, because if you did not, I strongly advise you to stop the video, rewind it about 1.5 minutes, and just listen to that again and capture that, because that is some incredible, incredible value that David just shared with you. An incredible key that he shared with you that can, I mean, it can change your business overnight.
It will change your business if you focus on value, because, you know, pitching is good. You need to be able to pitch. I'll tell you something. You know, sometimes people are like, oh God, you know, you pitch it. You need to be able to have a good, solid way to pitch your business, to get it out there, to push your business in the marketplace. But if you don't create value, you won't have anybody to share your business with, because nobody will want to listen to you. So value first, relationship first, business second, value first, promotion second, friendship first, right? Sponsorship second. That's what you got to think when you're building your business, and if so, you will create a social presence, and it doesn't matter if it happens today or if it happens over the next year, it will happen.
And that's huge. That's huge. Dave, just, I'm going to pull the date out right now, okay? August 2009. Where were you? I mean, I already know the story, but I want you to share.
I wasn't in a van then. But I was broke. I had just moved. I'd been living in a van. I just moved from North Shore of Oahu, Hawaii, up to Fairbanks, Alaska, where I got some roots, kind of reestablished myself. I had less than $200 in my bank account. Just started marketing my business on the internet. End of August 2009. Within 90 days, I had a week where I made $25,000. So I look at that, and I look at it from a perspective, and it doesn't matter where you are. You can go from wherever you are to wherever you want to be. Make sense?
So, what was the shift? Because a couple of things that I know about David is he changed something drastically with what he was doing. I mean, obviously, $200 in your bank account to 20,000, you said? In 90 days?
That was a 5-day period.
5-day period.
I got my income up to about $3,000 a month, and then it just kind of, I was at this point of just growth where my income started getting to a few thousand a month, and then just bam, just started growing like that. And it was because what happened is I was focused more on giving than I was receiving. See, a lot of people make a mistake online where they're just constantly pitching, and it's okay to pitch. I want you to understand this, because sometimes people are like, oh, I would never do that. But you guys, you gotta sell stuff in your business, and if you're not selling stuff, you're not making money. So you gotta do it. But at the same time, if you want people to buy what you sell, you gotta give more than you receive. You gotta say, yeah, am I gonna make $10,000 this month? Then I'm gonna give $20,000 in value this month. Am I gonna make $100,000 this month? I'm gonna give $200,000 this month in value. And that's what you gotta think as a leader in this business. How can you give more to receive more? Because if you want more in your life, you gotta stop thinking like a poverty person. Because how do broke people think? Who can I sell my business to?
What can I get from you right now?
How can I get more people in? It's not about getting people in, it's about giving people in. Because if you give more, people will come in, and people want to be around you. You know, people will want to be in your business, and it doesn't matter if you're flawed, if you're just starting, if you got no money. People resonate with a real story, reality, real message, real value. value, and you can give that because you got a heart, because you're a human being that's beaten. So you can, if you can do that, you can get out there in the marketplace and make a difference.
That's absolutely incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Now, one thing that we haven't mentioned in this video is what I personally believe is the key to growth in not only your business, not only your personal, but in your life. And I know this for a fact because I can hear it in the way that David talks. Personal development. It is critical. Now, can you just share a little bit about your personal development and what you're feeding yourself constantly? I can hear, I know who you listen to.
Yeah.
I know who you listen to. I know you're a big fan of Tony.
Yep.
I know that, I mean, I work for Tony. I've done a lot of events with him. I have. I do security for Tony. And I can hear it.
You still do it right now?
Still right now. I'm actually going to be with Tony first week in November down in New York, New Jersey at a UPW event. By the way, another free plug, connect with Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Listen to his stuff, buy Awaken the Giant, get personal power, don't go through it. Go through it again and again and again and again. It will absolutely change your life. It's done so for me. You can see it's done so for David. But just speak a little bit about personal development and what it's done for you personally, with your business, who you're listening to, who you're reading, what you're feeding yourself constantly. Again, I feel that's key and critical
Sure.
to success.
I do things a little differently, okay? And this is the difference that I have in the way a lot of people think. And I think this is actually a core difference between the way a lot of people that end up building big businesses think and the way people who build small businesses think. Because I actually don't go out just to buy a course from somebody that I like. What I do is I start acting and start trying to make money, and then I run into problems and I look for ways to solve those problems, and that's what I go through and that's what I listen to. So yeah, I mean, I listen to Tony Robbins in that process. You know, I go online, I buy stuff from all the gurus who I see on the internet. If I see them doing good things, if I see them giving good value, I'll get their stuff because I realize there's value in connecting with real leadership. So I buy Tony Robbins stuff because, you know, Tony is somebody, $60 million a year he does, or something like that, in personal development on TV, and you can't even successfully sell personal development on TV. Tony Robbins is the only one who's ever done that. So, you know, you've got Tony Robbins I listen to all kinds of people online, and I'm always looking for how can I really get myself around people that know how to do things that I don't know how to do, because even if I just get one nugget out of a course, it's worth it. And if you've got money, I say take at least 10% of your income and put it into personal development, because that'll pay you more than the stock market, that'll pay you more than investing in bonds, it'll take you more than buying gold and silver, even if you could believe it or not. Guys, personal development, because you're investing in yourself, you get more out of that than you could possibly get out of anything. So I just want to encourage you that listen to the audios, watch the videos, connect with successful people, but more importantly, put your energy out in the marketplace and act, because that's what this business is really all about.
So if you caught what David was just saying, it's all about the team. Who you're around, elevate yourself to people that you want to be like, and people that have qualities in their business that you want to emulate. You might not be able to get yourself around a Jim Rohn, well, he's passed away, but somebody like a Jim Rohn or a Tony Robbins, but their stuff is there that you can actually be around them constantly just by listening to their content. You can surround yourself with people like David Wood, like myself, like the Cedric Harrises, and just be around us by our content that we're putting out there, and it will truly elevate your business.
Absolutely.
So one more question to the friends at home that are watching this. You're struggling right now. You don't know which way is up. You're doing everything. I mean, everything that your upline is teaching you. You're like banging your head against the wall. You can't seem to figure this out. You're desperate. You don't know what way to turn. What would you suggest for them that are in this situation that they can do right now, one actionable step that they can actually take to change their lives? What would you tell them?
Well, I'd say two things. First, realize that if you're struggling, I feel for you, okay? And Dwayne too, right?
We've all been there.
We have been there. I feel for you, and if you're struggling, even though I feel for you, I have to say something, that it's what you're doing that's causing the struggle and creating the struggle. It's not the company and it's not the products. Now, are there easier companies? Yes.
Absolutely.
Are there harder companies? Yes.
Absolutely.
But if you're struggling, it's what you're doing that's creating the struggle. And what you need to do is you need to find something that you can do that you can create your life and your business through, because not everything that everybody teaches will work for every person. You've got to realize this. We've all got our kind of core modalities that we're good at. Tony Robbins, as an example, has a very narrow core modality. He makes $60 million a year selling his tools and his books, and he has a very core, narrow skill set that he is a 10 at. He's perfect at. He gets on TV, he is the best in the world at. And every single person, for me, I can create content with the kind of energy where I can take a complex issue, I can make it simple and convey that to the masses. Everybody in my team, not everybody in my team can do that, but everybody in my team has something that they can do. And you gotta find here's what you're looking for, Dwayne, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say, okay? The thing you're looking for, what can you do all day to where you get so caught up in doing it that you forget to eat, that you forget to drink, that you forget to stop to talk to your spouse. Now, we want you to stop and talk to your spouse, but you get so caught up that the world vanishes. See, that's the zone that when you get in that zone, you can produce. And everybody's got something, whether it's creating, whether it's connecting, whether it's cold calling. You know, I'm not a cold caller, but some people, Todd Falcone here at the event, he starts cold calling and he gets lost, right? Because that's the energy of trance, that's the energy of hypnosis, and that hypnotic power that you've got, and we all are good at something, will transfer into your business, and that's what's going to give you power to create your future. Does that make sense to you? So find that inner kind of flow, right, to where you tap into your source, and that's what's going to give you power to create a business.
Absolutely, absolutely. I just want to thank you, David. You know, there was one thing that David shared with me the last event that was the one thing that actually I took away from that event and that really transformed my business. And I don't know if you remember the conversation. We were all hanging out. We were about to go out and just have a good time. And I said, David, you know, you're absolutely killing it online with the article content marketing. That's one way that I'm using in my business to accelerate it, to take it to the next level. That's where I'm focusing on. And I said to you, I said, David, what did you do? I mean, how do you overnight just do this? And he shared with me a concept, and I'm going to share it with you. And it was so funny because it was so basic. When I heard it, it was so profound. What David said was, I got to work. I'm going to share that with you one more time. He said, I got to work. He said a lot of people, they see me and they're like, wow, this guy's killing it out there. And just what he just shared with you was exactly what he told me he did. He said, I would wake up and I put 18 hours a day for 90 days into writing, syndicating, distributing content, learning how to distribute it, how to market it, how to push it out there to the marketplace. He said, I'd be so caught up I would forget to eat. And the only reason why I would go to sleep was because I knew I had to, so I could wake up the next morning to do it again. And I did this continuously on and on and on and on and on. And I said to myself, work. It's an interesting concept.
Yep.
You mean you actually work and get paid? All of us, we sign up in this business for one reason. And it wasn't to run an unprofitable business from the discomfort of our own home. It was with a goal in mind. And whatever that goal is for you, whatever that vision is for you, I encourage you one thing, to do one thing, and that's to take action. You're obviously here on this website for a reason. You're obviously here on the site because you're struggling from lack of leads, lack of marketing experience, or lack of a way to how to convert these leads. Do yourself a favor. Put your name and email address somewhere on this website. It could be off to the side, your phone number. I value my time. I'll just be very frank with you. I value my time, and that's something that I also learned. My time is valuable. I charge a lot of time for personal coaching. I will give you 15 minutes of my time. You have access to my schedule. You can choose a time slot. I will call you up. We'll set up an appointment, and I will give you 15 minutes of my coaching for free. I want you to do me a favor. When you do this and you set up this appointment, have a pen and paper out when I call you, because I will truly bring your business to the next level. I want to thank Mr. David Wood for his time. Really, really appreciate it, my friend.
Get with this guy.
You rock.
Get with this guy. Join now. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Join now. Join now.
This is Dwayne Cruikshank, the Rockstar Marketer, along with David Wood, the Article Content Marketing King. Signing off. We'll see you at the bank, baby. To the top. You rock. You can't stop the rock.
You rock.